How do there, guys, and welcome back to Edgar TV. Now, you may have noticed the videos have dried up a little bit recently, and that's because I've been working on this video specifically for you guys today. This video has taken a lot of research, an awful lot of watching footage back in slow-mo and clipping things and different bits, so I hope you enjoy this and I hope you find this useful. This is to go into the debate regarding darts flights. Now, flights within darts is something that people experiment with and tinker with a little bit, and one of the general theories is the bigger the flight is, the slower it'll travel through the air and the more stability you've got. Think of a parachute or the drag. The bigger the surface space, naturally the slower it's going to go through to the dartboard. But I've not been able to see many tests or experiments to see just exactly what this is. So what I've done is I've filmed myself throwing for half an hour at a time using different sets of flights. So I'm just using the three major ones here. I'm using a standard, I'm using a kite, and I'm using a slim. And I'm going to look at the comparison of the difference between them in how fast they get to the board and look at the data at the end. Now, there's many variables with this. Like, I could apply different amounts of pressure to the throw. That has been allocated in the fact I played for 30 minutes and then watched it back. And trust me, that is hours worth of footage when you're watching back that in slow-mo. Now, the things we're looking for, the throw starts at the second my fingers come off the dart and it starts its journey, and they end the second the dart penetrates the board. Not that it fully goes in and impales and rests, but the second it breaks the fascia of the board. Think of a runner. The second they break the tape, that's what we're doing here. As soon as the tape's broken, that's the end of the throw. So lots of data, as you can just see from those little clips. That's about a minute's worth of footage sped up, and you can see how many throws you get. So a lot of data to go through and a lot of things to look at. Loads and loads of darts to be thrown. So I've got a fastest, a slowest, and an average. This has literally took me, like I say, near enough a week to get right for you guys. So if you do enjoy this video and you are enjoying this sort of content, hit the like button that's just underneath here. Let me know you like this. If this video gets over 1,000 likes, I'll do another one like this where we look at the flights and the equipment in a little bit more detail as well, but it takes a long time to do, so I want to know that you like these things, so hit that thumbs up if you do. Anyway, slim flights. I've got the fastest, the slowest, and the average. The fastest time I recorded was a 0.28. This is in seconds. 0.28 to a slowest time of a 0.33 with an average of a 0.31. That is from leaving my hand to first penetrating the board, as we said in the introduction. Standard flights. The fastest time was actually the same as the slowest time for the slims, 0.33, with the slowest time being a 0.39. Much bigger difference there, with an average of a 0.35. Kites had the same potential really to get a little bit of whip on them, almost managed to get them as fast to the board as with the slims. And this wasn't me actually physically trying, this was me just getting into a mode of repetition and throwing darts, and if I threw one a little bit harder, it was just what I normally would do in that situation. I wasn't trying to get an outcome or trying to make it faster or slower. I was just throwing naturally for 30 minutes, and these were the outcomes that we got. Slowest time 0.37, so again a little bit closer to the standards, but the average of a 0.34 is very, very close to the standard. So not a lot of difference in the average, but there is a difference in that fastest time. The kites have the potential to get to the board a lot quicker, almost replicating the slims, in fact. But these don't look like much, do they? You know, a 0.31 seconds against 0.35 seconds of a standard. Is that really anything to make note of? A 0.04 difference? Well, yes. Actually turns out to be quite a lot when we look at it in a percentage value. Percentage sense, it's a little bit more dramatic. We get a little bit more result from that. So when we look at a slim is actually 12.12% faster than a standard flight for getting to the board on average. Not on the highest or the low, on the average score, 12.12% faster from the data and the experiment that I've done for a Slim. The Slim is also faster than the Kite by 9%. Now again, if we said the general rule that people go by is the bigger the flight, the more surface space, the slower it's going to travel to the board. That has kind of been confirmed by my experiment as well, as the Kite also beats the standard by 2.89%. So if you want your dart to travel to the board a bit faster, this experiment suggests just get yourself a smaller flight. If you want a bit more stability on it, get a bit wider. Like I said, I will do another video on flights and stability and how it suits different weights of darts. If that's the sort of thing you're into, guys, make sure you hit that like button. If I see enough likes on the video, I'll follow that up, because these take some serious work. But there's the three main flight sort of comparisons. Obviously there's other types of flights, there's some different ones, there's pairs, there's other different types of unique flights out there and things that people use. The general rule, though, I confirm from my experiment that actually the bigger the flight, the slower it'll travel to the board. It might not look much on the seconds and the milliseconds, but the percentages certainly back that up, guys. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you all soon for some more Edgar TV.